Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. Nowhere to go.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Out wide left, it's Sategna. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Right side, it's Hansen. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right. It's part of what makes this game so special. The Red River rivalry, there's just so much fanfare. There's so much tradition. And remember, with bragging rights on the line, this thing just means more.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. The quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. Defense all over him.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a crease. It's Smothers. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Wide receiver comes in motion. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Makes the grab. Still on his feet. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Arch is going to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. The Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Moving out to the right. He's got him still on his feet. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Longhorn. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Deep in the end zone, it's Sategna. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Finds his man. It's Hansen. Ripped past midfield. Finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Straight ahead, it's Blaylock. They were all over it.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Out wide right, it's Blaylock. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Gets the back moving. Changing the routes with his receivers. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He's got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Sooners! Setting up for the extra point and the top. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Completes it in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Longhorns, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Manning on play action. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Coleman. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Sells the run, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Drops back. It's Mateer. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Arch Madness. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Manning with a play fake. Couldn't set his feet.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He uncorks one deep. He's got it down the field. Touchdown, Texas! Rolled his way into the end zone.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. From the gun, it's Blaylock. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
To the air, it's Mateer. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get us 1st down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown Longhorn! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
On the return, it's to Tegna. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mateer. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Takes a handoff. It's Blaylock. He breaks a tackle. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 24. A big run, creating a little space for this offense.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock. Hand it off. Let the running back do the rest.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Right side, it's Tegna. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mateer. Gets a hand in there.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Quick give. It's Blaylock. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very...
Snags it, and he's open. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. That delay of game penalty makes 2nd down a little trickier. They need 9. Looks as if he's going to run it. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Using his feet. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. To the air, it's Mateer. Throws for the tight end. Makes the catch. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
And how about this drive? Like, this offense, just the composure, backed up inside your own 10, a little bit nervous to start, and then you come out, put some plays together, put an explosive play on paper right there, and now set up to go from all the way inside your 10 and possibly get a touchdown.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners! On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Play action. Here's Manning. They're all over it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Just about set to get this second half underway. Bringing it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Here's Arch to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
They'll need a bunch on second down. He gets it up to the 17 before being wrestled out of bounds. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. Hits inside, it Smothers. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. The give on 4th. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. They've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
Stepping to the right. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback will keep it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Making the adjustment. Moving the pocket, it's Mateer. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The run inside. It smothers. Pass to 6. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Fires to the wideout. Left side is Wingo. He's loose. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Texas! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. From deep, it's Sategna. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Running inside, it's Blaylock. Runs through the tackle. He's got enough. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Out wide right, it's Hansen. Turns it on in midfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Out wide left, it's Sategna. Pushed through behind his pad. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Buying time to his right. He'll throw it. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
This quarterback, man, is scary fast. I think sometimes he's too fast. I think on a play like that, sometimes when you're on the run, you just want to sort of settle yourself a little bit, get your feet under you so you can make a more accurate throw.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll go to the air. Rolls right. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Shotgun snap on third down. Complete. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Our final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Under pressure. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Here's Manning to throw. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the back. Makes the grab in their space. Smashes through the tackle. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Manning. Escapes the pressure going right. Throws to the tight end. Right side, it's Townsend. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. Off play action on 1st down. On the left side, here's Coleman. Discards him with the stiff arm. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Trying to run, it's Smothers. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Swats it away.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He's got it. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Second and long here. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. To the air. It's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Taken by Texas, it's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Bunch formation for these receivers. Manning on play action. Moves to his right. He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Working that left side now. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fit and hold. Will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. Finally sending out a punter. Oh, it's a fake. Looking down the middle. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He lets it fly. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Wants to throw on 1st. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch him, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Gets it into the end zone. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. He's looking to pass. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And with that stop, the defense has a glimmer of hope. Listen, clock running down, I'm going to need a miracle, but the offense still, they can put a drive together, make something happen to try to win this football game.
Oh, and a burst disaster by falling on his own fumble.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Throwing Manning. Fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
And I love the offense, man. Staying aggressive, doing what you need to do, pushing the ball down the field, still willing to throw the football late in this game. I just don't like the ending. Man, don't step out of bounds. Let that clock run. Try to get out of here with a W.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more play to pad the stats. Handoff to Xavier. Knocked down immediately. This game always brings out the best in both teams, but today, Jesse, Texas' best was a little better.
And this is a win for them that's going to help their recruiting. Coaches are going to get paid for. But most importantly, David, Texas gets bragging rights for another whole year.
A whole year of bragging. And a whole year of telling OU fans, you're not as good as us. You can throw up the hook 'em horns. You can do it with pride. A lot on the line every year in the Red River rivalry. It
the top 6 ready to square off here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Coach Ryan Day told me before the game, he said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Looking for blockers. Drills him with the stiff arm. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Sells the run, looking to pass. Out wide right, it's Fletcher. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Mensah. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they try to throw 4th there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Sayin from the gun on third down. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. The 50, the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
And you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And the Canes have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll run it. It's Fletcher. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Throwing, Mensah. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on second down. You better be very careful about this third down play call.
It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Canes! A great catch in the end zone. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Oh, right through his fingers, he muffed it. From inside the 15, here's the return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Stopped right there. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. We We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Say it. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Hurricane. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he tacked on the extra point. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Touchdown, Miami! How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
He's taken down at the 40. That's a first down for the offense.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
Say it. Zings it complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Left side is Lofton. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Long way to go on second down.
Bingo, Ruben. Bingo, Ruben.
Here's Mensah to throw. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Right side, it's Gilbert. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll give it to Brown. Plows through the defense. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Mensah. Look out. Gets rid of it. Got his man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Turning it on. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Sets his feet, it's Sayin. Hit as he throws. Just got rid of that one.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
Here's Sayin to throw. Got rid of it just in time.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And we always go back and we look like, what was the play of the game? Those moments that were so big, that was huge for this offense, man. Already trailing in the football game, 3rd down and long situation to get that conversion and now get 1st and goal. A chance to cut into this lead. Really nice, big, opportunistic, timely play for this offense.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back.
Caught, trying to get it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Fletcher. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. The Canes in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Fires to the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Lofts one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. Ooh. Snapped on fourth down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Throwing, say it. Still looking to his right. Takes a hit as he fires. Out wide right, it's Jackson. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space. Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Motion from the wide receiver. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. Quarterback changing the play. Again, it's Sayin. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Their hope for a touchdown going by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. And this one splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 45, and what good field position after that return. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Got the back over the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And defensively on 3rd down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle them, and you got to get them to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the 4th down.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Saying to throw for it on 4th. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back to its own in great field position.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
That pass is incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
2nd and long here. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. It's good. Easy call for the refs. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Took a shot as he threw.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Long way to go on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Lined up in the gun on third down. Say it. Right side, it's Smith. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. Making the adjustment on the play. Fourth down, say it. Trying to get behind the defense. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Say it. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Saying back to the air. Buying time to his right. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final play of the quarter coming. Throwing, Mensah. On the move. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The fake and wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Holds on, it's Lofton. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Mensah to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they turn it into a defensive score. What a shift in momentum. What a big-time play. He just took matters into his own hands.
And what a mistake by the QB throwing the football. His receiver, obviously, they weren't on the same page at all, but the defender steps in front, makes the big play. And then every kid's dream, right? You play defense, you create the turnover, and then you take it all the way to the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Mensah. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He's looking deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously, the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
Second down, going to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Out wide left, it's Lofton. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. Play action on first down. Good job just to get rid of that one.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Going over the top. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Mensa from the gun on third down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on fourth down. Throwing, Mensa. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and they